Hey friends, this is Dolany TV. This morning, the Edmonton Oilers losers last night against the Colorado Avalanche in overtime. The nice part is we get a point. We continue to climb the standings and get closer to securing our playoff future. And for the Oilers last night as well, it's not a faraway game that they couldn't have won. I think a lot about it for the Oilers post game came down to time management in that overtime and a tough finish up against the Colorado Avalanche. But the other side too, it was a very tough finish up for one Vinny Desharnais. Got in a scrap last night and ended up, by the sounds of it, we saw him on the bench there for a long while in the game after the fight, and it sounded post game from Chris Knobloch that he was being evaluated for injury. Now, bag milk is only one instance of a couple of folks I've seen on social media today go out there and speculate that it is a broken finger for Vinny Desharnais. Now that would make sense given being in a fight. So I don't want to focus too much on what the actual injury may or may not be. I assume that Big Milk, if getting retweeted by Oilers Nation, has the correct story, and I'm not going to doubt that there. What I am going to say is basically what happens next for the Edmonton Oilers, because it's been a lot of Bob Stauffer saying the only way one Philip Broberg comes back to the NHL this season before the playoffs is if there's an injury. Now, obviously, the Oilers have an injury to the D-core now for Vinny Desharnais. The severity of a broken finger in this day and age in the NHL, I can't fully tell you because it seems to vary player to player, and obviously Vinny's a pretty tough guy. So if you're going to see a guy miss the minimum, it's going to be Vinny Desharnais out there for the Oilers. However, down the stretch drive, you probably want your healthiest individuals playing. You want to rest up Vinny so as he can battle through the rigors of a strong playoff run, right? Obviously, we're not talking about the Oilers just trying to survive the first round. We're trying to go forward and win this cup thing. So for the Oilers, I don't know if that's going to end up meaning Philip Broberg or if Troy Stecher, our trade deadline acquisition, who's played a game or so, will just come in and fill that gap on the third pair with Kulak, as Desharnais has done much of the season. And then that will allow the Oilers to kind of get Desharnais back in the mix once he's healthy, and then all keeps going as status quo. I don't know how that's all going to play out, but definitely interesting that Bob Stauffer's been saying when there's an injury, we'll see Philip Broberg, and then not too long after, there's an injury, and now we all sit here and wonder if we will see Philip Broberg. Friends, stay tuned. I'll have a little bit more on this later today, but for right now, I'm Tyson. This is Stolany TV. I'm up on out of here.